Nijisanji copyright striking news sites in Japan for using their images. They lose a lot of money from their recent Mario Kart, as in they're not making as much. And a VTuber decides to go on a health hiatus for some serious reasons. This and so much more on this episode. Thank you. We all know that super chats and things like that are not an indicator of a worth of a VTuber, or an indicator of how popular a VTuber is. But for a company like Nijisanji, who puts so much emphasis on making money and making profits over anything else, at least even on their fiscal reports, they're all about profits now and not investing. They even said that they don't invest now to make stuff later. They invest, they want to make stuff now. They said that in their quarterly report. They've been showing that in just the way that they are. So here is what people have brought up, because since Nijisanji is all about the numbers, let's talk about the numbers. Here we have numbers for Yuki Wilson, 21,718 yen. You mean you divide that by about 120, and you have maybe a lot less. You have maybe 200, 2,000 maybe if it's divided by 10, but 200 if you divide it by 100. So, because you move it 2 decimal places, it's 200. So, 2 decimal places to the left, it's about 150, 200. For their this one right here. Gifted members 105. You have Aster Arcadia, which is next to that. Gifted members 57, and 57.70, which is about $57 of super chats. No gifted memberships for Zalius, a CCV 498, and no super chats. Like I said, this is not trying to be showing the indicator of whether a person is good or bad. I want to say that right now. This is not an indicator on the value of the person doing these things. This is not an indicator on the value of the person who is getting these super chats. This is just showing Nijisanji wants to talk about money. Let's talk about money right now. Shu Yamino, 26k, 20 gifted memberships, 3,000 CCV, which is amazing. All these numbers are great for any kind of VTuber. It's just, showing that right now EN is suffering, and it's not the fault of the YouTubers themselves, the VTubers themselves. It's the fault of the organization. I do not ever want it to seem like in my videos or in my channel that I am being negative towards the livers themselves. I want it to be towards the organization, unless the livers do something dumb, like what Uki did with, the discrimination, or what Hex did when he made that dumb joke. Things like that, I will criticize them for, but I will not mark it as a negative on them as people, as human beings. Like Evelyn, 37k, no gifted members, 2,400 CCV. The Nijisanji En, the special battle that they had, the Mario Kart, was 10k, no super chats. The Alban Knox was 14k of super chats, 1,200. 13k for Sunny Briscoe for the special battle stuff. Dokibird Drop Scythe, all this stuff. This was all due to the Mario Kart. This was all their separate Mario Kart stuff. Uki Violetta, which this one is Uki Violetta actually made the most out of everybody, which is interesting. Had pretty good gifted memberships, things like that. And then you have over here on the right all the drop downs of everything that they had, all whether it be yen or who gives them the most money, whether it be yen, US dollars, things like that. So most of them didn't get a lot US dollars. They got mainly yen, and Southeast Asia, it looks like Southeast Asia, so it looks like they did a lot, including the people that are behind my face, which I will hide myself for now so you guys can see. Right here behind me is Team Blue and Go Team Blue. Right here, they all just had lower numbers, as can be shown by that. So that is just my little thing that I have here for you guys. That the numbers speak for themselves. People down here says, Ike got no membership gifts. I thought it was supposed to be popular. Also, Vez got nothing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is supposed to be a big deal, no? Yes, it was. It was supposed to be a humongous deal. That's why they even postponed it due to the Selen thing. CCV numbers are maxed during the whole stream, not the actual average amount. VV is not here because Hololive doesn't have Nijisanji New Gen, so no New Gen people. And did anyone from the red team stream? I didn't even think about it. Now checked. Only ones who streamed for the red team is Uki, Doppio, Sunny, and they got 37,000 yen. Badly cropped the titles, but the screenshot except for Luca and Vivi. Yeah, basically they didn't do so well. It seems like Niji Yen is dead in the water for now until the things die down or they make like an actual attempt to be better. So an interesting flub when it comes to Nijisanji En. It's an interesting one that people have shown here, which is strange because of this one thing that I'm going to see here. Two things that I'm going to see here because they're having more and more stuff. One is this. It's Selen. It's Selen Dokibird. This is a good one, but this is the regular stuff. And the first one is actually, that's selen, that's one of them. And also here.
Also, can we poke your cheeks? No! And yes. And wait, no, the wrong order. Yes and no. Yes and no. Okay? Don't you clip that. Oh my god, no! That doesn't mean no! 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 Bad! Bad chat. Down. I don't have a name for you guys yet. Down. Okay, you know what? That doesn't work. Also, can we poke your cheeks? No! And...
See, that's a problem that I have. They hate these people. They don't like them. But they still have them
drink actually
in
changes
Nijisanji
color
and
after you pour another
giving them,
in there. So
you know,
like
more
when you
views.
Stir it changes color. It's
a
really
little bit
funny
of ad revenue that they give.
The maid came over.
Little bit of
and was
positivity
like,
that it gives.
I'm gonna pour the tea. Like, you tell me when to stop. So Pomo ordered a different kind of tea, and she like told him to stop like early on because she was like, oh, I don't know if she was actually gonna stop or not. So I was like, I'm gonna test them. I'm gonna see if they'll actually let me overflow it. So when they were pouring it, they're like, tell me when to stop. And I was just like...
I mean, that's a good one.
It went all the way to the edge. And then the maid was like, oh, my magic ran out. And just stopped herself.
Nice way of doing that.
This drink actually...
So yeah, they still have these people. They're good shorts. They're not bad shorts. But holy crap. The things that you did to both of these talents, and you still have the audacity to have them on your channels, because I mean, it's oversight. Obviously, it's oversight because obviously Nijisanji En does not know what the hell they're doing. So it's an oversight, but still, it's like, how dare they? In my opinion, it's just these people you treated so horribly that they both went through severe emotional distress, and here you are, still benefiting from them. Maybe unintentionally, but you're still benefiting from them. That's not a good look. Not at all. So Nijisanji / Anycolor is back to their old tricks again. They're trying to get images banned from JP sites with no fair use, because in Japan, you don't have fair use. So they're trying to sue people. They're trying to, do what they did with falseyed and khyo, and they may do that to me, so we will see if they try to do that. We'll see if they try to do that. Let's keep going. So I was surfing JP community and noticed Anycolor seems to be on a perpetual slap to ban Niji images from sites and media outlets that are unfavorable to them. For example, some of the media outlets I check, p2y.jp, hardly ever use Anycolor's images. According to research, Anycolor is whispering here that they were threatening to sue us for illegal activities if we use their images in our press releases. This is p2y.jp mentioning it. The slap against falseyed was an attempt to do outside of Japan. However, Anycolor lost the fair use clause and exposed in the light of day as the king of nakedness, only dignified by the lack of this in JP. And now it seems that Anycolor has once again run amok in Japan, where there is no fair use. There's a VTubers IN blog.jp, and the JP, the Truth About Nijisanji Anti-Thread blog, which monitors the Niji Sisters cesspool community, Nijisanji Anti-Thread, actually a thread where Niji Sisters slander Hololive, VSPO, and foreign countries. And even an Anycolor employee is suspected of being stationed. Anycolor seems to have judged it as an obstacle, just like p2y.jp, and forced the Niji images to be erased with strong-arm tactics. In other words, Anycolor does not reflect on its arrogance at all, and continues its policies of fear in Japan, which it believes is invisible to foreign countries. In other words, Anycolor does not reflect on its arrogance. Basically, it does the same thing. Said he accidentally double posted here. We must never fail to do this and must not allow them to do so. Down here it says, I guess Luca Gate was weak point of Anycolor. They started to run amok after that. They're so predictable. You put the second to last line twice, not trying to be rude, just informing. P2Y even mentioned in a previous article that they had been prohibited from using Anycolor copyright images at all in 2021. It's why they're always used either absent or pixelated. Anycolor are selective in enforcement, punishing those who are critical of them, similar to how they seem to favor some livers while punishing others. The more Anycuck, which is a funny name to call them, shuts things down, the more I laugh at them silently, and the more I'm fired up for them to burn to the ground, though non-harassment means, of course. This is the very reason why people never knew about the internal struggles since long ago. They cover everything up. Plus, it took one Niji sister to admit they are the ones responsible for the harassment of Aloe. So yeah, they've been doing this for years. As shown here, basically this site is saying, that they are, any Nijisanji images are removed. They're using these images if it comes to any Nijisanji stuff. They're using separate images that Nijisanji can't have removed as their IP or whatever it is. Their intellectual property, which is dumb. I don't like that. It's strong arm tactics. They used it against falseyed and khyo, KHYO. They could still be using it again, but YouTube is kind of on the watch now compared to before, and it's very likely that they won't have the chance to use it again. Now, in a little bit more of a quick fire, for other news, in this case, is Suisei, Hoshimachi Suisei. The Bibidi Ba from her was becoming the fastest growing song to surpass 10 million views. Of course, you have other ones, like, of course, the Lolikami Requiem, which did a lot of views. We're seeing here their indie charts, the other songs on there. We have Reflect, which was number 16 in how high it grew. Not exactly in the amount of views, but 23 days to get to 20 million for the Shigeri Ui one. 10 million in 15 days, which is not bad. It's not bad at all for 15 days for 10 million. It's not bad at all. Stellar did pretty well as well, but yeah, these are the charts that they're using now. And this is congratulations to Suisei for becoming the fastest VTuber song to surpass 10 million views. It's a good song. You should take a listen to it. I listened to it. I liked it. On 2024, April 7th, had surpassed Lolikami Requiem and has become the fastest VTuber song to reach 10 million views. She did this achievement within 15 days, 11 hours, and 5 minutes. Special thanks to various Reddit and X users for organizing the information. So good on Suisei for being able to do that. Oh, we have Fallenshadow or Shondo is announcing a temporary hiatus due to health. Here's their actual message. Announcement of temporary hiatus. The first and most important part of this is that I want to thank you all for all of the love, kindness, patience, and support that you have given me. It is safe and not an overestimation for me to say that I would not be here right now if it weren't for you. I know this comes as a shock, but I'm struggling, and I think I'm at my breaking point. I have pushed through, had good days among the bad, but for a while now I've been pushing through very bad mental state. I suffer from bipolar schizoaffective disorder. Oh, bipolar schizoaffective disorder, which creates waves of depression and mania that in turn can trigger pretty bad delusions, hallucinations, otherwise bad problems. My medication manages it pretty well, and together with techniques I learned in therapy, I can function pretty well. The current depressive wave I'm going through has lasted over a month now, which is quite normal, but doesn't seem to be passing, but rather getting worse and worse, which is not good. That's why the break is happening. I am spending most of the time I am not streaming in bed. I have not been taking care of myself, my eating disorder has flared up, and it's consuming what little energy I have left, and I've been flipping between sleeping and sleeping for many hours straight. I often deal with minor visual hallucinations, which is a schizoaffective disorder, and sleeping for many hours straight. Visual hallucinations, but they are getting much worse, and I've been struggling with auditory ones as well. That means sound ones, voices and stuff, or just sounds. Screaming, that type of thing will happen too, which does not usually happen to me very often. So she's more the visual versus the auditory. Periods like this are not at all new to me, and usually simply push through. Streaming and spending time with you all usually helps, as it does for me, or at least distracts me enough for a little while that I can force through another day. But lately it seems that it's not even capable of this much. Any minor inconvenience or anything bad that happens sends me into a breakdown, and this is sending me even further into my depression. Happens to me as well. That's how come I can definitely empathize with this. I don't have what she has, but I do know that even small things can create huge depressive episodes. I've had some internet issues, which should not usually upset me so badly, but my current mental state has led me to utterly be destroyed of any level of everyday functioning I had left. I no longer think I'm capable of streaming in my current state, which is, safe to say. They need to take care of themselves. My family takes good care of me, and I've been worried for weeks now, but has reached the point where I'm reaching points that have led to institutionalization before, and this is the opposite of what I want. I have to get better. For me, for them, and also for you. I adore streaming. I am so lucky to have you, each and every one of you. And the reason I have pushed through for so long is because I don't want to be away from each other, us to be away from each other, or give you any less than what you deserve. But I understand now that at the moment, if I continue on this way, I might not be able to return to you at all. I'm not sure how long this break will be. Schizoaffective episodes can last for weeks or months. I will ride this out, rest up, and if I continue to get worse, I may require hospitalization. But I hope that's not the case, as most of my stays have been 2 to 4 months or longer. I want to get myself back into better mental place, and depending on how long it takes, I may then try to prepare some things for you off stream so that when I come back, we can have a lot of excitement to share and look forward to. I feel so incredibly guilty for letting things reach this point. I am weak and pathetic person, and I wish more than anything that I could just continue smiling with you. But I cried for hours last night and the night before, and I'm genuinely falling into the worst state of disrepair I've been in for so long. I'm so sorry, and I understand if you cannot forgive me for taking time away. I don't think anyone's going to be that angry, and if the people who are, they don't really, they're not really people that she should worry about. I'm so sorry, and I understand if you can't forgive me for taking this time away, and I will not hold it against you if you decide to leave me now forever. I know I am a lot to deal with. And every single one of you deserves better than what I can give you, especially right now. I know this message is long-winded and in the most dreaded format, but I think it is necessary for you to understand, and I owe this to you, at least when failing in every other way. I will be back with you as soon as I can, and we'll have fun, and you will, if you will let me, and we will have many happy times for as long as we can. I will miss you every day, but I will keep fighting for the bright future we will have. Thank you so much. And of course, there are people who have been responding to this right here. Send prayers Shondo's way. Yeah, right. I could fix her. Get well soon, Shondo. Most hardworking schizo lolly on the internet goes on hiatus. I've been there many a time. Please seek out your friends, family, hug your mother. Explain everything to your doctor. Things will get better. Yes, they need a doctor. They need a doctor for all this stuff. And things will get better. I think so. This person says they're diagnosed with the same thing. So I of all people, know how difficult to handle sometimes. I and everyone else here will be back when you're ready. We're not going anywhere, and we'll welcome you with open arms when you get back. I believe in your happiness. I think that Shondo will be back stronger. I hope Shondo will be back stronger. That's my hope. And of course, everyone send well wishes. I will send my well wishes as well. Off stream more than anything. But yeah, I'll send my well wishes as well, because this is important. That is all we have for today. Comment down below. Also take a look at my socials down below, including my Discord server. It's a wonderful place for each of you to have a nice comfy atmosphere for each and every one. I appreciate it. Of course, it takes a little extra steps, but it is a fun place to be. Also, take a look at your screen because there's also nice video on there that you might be able to enjoy. Thank you so much. Bye.